I'm going to rank personally all the ARK edition creatures, from worst to best. Let's start the ranking with the bottom of the list, the Archelon. I must admit it, I've been harsh with this one. The Archelon is basically a giant turtle, and that's it. It's slow, boring, and also weaker compared to others. I personally think that the Archelon has the worst creature design. Plus, I feel like it's horribly slow, and not only on land, but also underwater. I don't expect it to be super fast, but the gameplay is just boring as hell. At least, it doesn't get stunned by jellyfishes, which is indeed helpful. Its algae isn't bad too, but it's too occasional. At this point, I would have opted for another creature, like the Helicoprion. Hear me out, the Helico is great. Everything in its design is excellent. Its colors perfectly match its skins, and even its pirate-themed saddle is well designed. Speaking of the saddle, having it as a smithy saddle is very good, since the Helicoprion is a crafter thing, but it's also its weak point. I mean, tell me you're going to grind and convert high-level quality items into blueprints. It's only excellent for grinders that never sleep, but not for regular players. You can use the Helicoprion as a regular aquatic thing, like the Basilo. Even its ability like creating an ammonite gas is a wasted potential to me. On top of that, its taming process is not easy, and that's why I'll go on to the next creature, the Cryolophosaurus. When the Lost Colony trailer dropped, I was very happy to see the Cryo on my broken screen. When Lost Colony launched, I spawned a tame Cryo and by cheating, and my god, it was really cool. The Cryo is one of the best when it comes to playability. It's agile and strategic. It's already beautifully designed, and when it activates its hyperspace buff, it even looks better. However, the Cryo is only found in the Lost Colony DLC on Ascended, and it doesn't spawn in any other maps. The thing is, Lost Colony is, if not, the hardest map I ever played. Simply put, the Cryolophosaurus just gets crushed by the DLC. You try entering the lost city? Dead. You want to kill an Poseidon? Dead. You got caught by a horde of revenants? Dead. And don't even get me started with its horrible ping-pong taming process. And contrary to the next creature of the list, the Deinotherium. This thing is a weapon of mass destruction. Every form of living life that dares to cross its path will die in a blink of an eye. The Deinotherium can have several buffs, like defense, damage, or pack buffs. So basically, with it, you're unstoppable. It really reminds me of my old ARK sessions. You know, when you're early in the game, and you try something in the mid-game, but the Colossus comes to ruin everything you have. I swear that even after turning 18, this thing terrifies me every time I see it rushing to me. However, it's strong, but way too annoying to tame. It's just not worth taming it. Why? Because you have to farm beer. Don't even ask me why a fucking 12-ton elephant needs it, but let's say it's okay. Then you must be level 19 for no reason. In the end, it's just some random-based passive taming that ends up killing you in not even 5 seconds. And when you compare it to the other creatures, you have better options, like the Ceratosaurus. If Ceratosaurus had to attend a mod competition, it would easily win it. It's one of the best, if not, creature design of all ARK. Its colors, spikes, and tail are all very nice. The Cerato has a unique playstyle which combines strategy and brutality. You can push creature with your tail swipe, crush everything on your path at full speed, or even regenerate health with your bleeding attacks. Taming a Ceratosaurus isn't so hard, by the way. You just have to sacrifice a tail and craft Emil Goblin Cocktail. And I mean, that's it. But if I don't put it higher, it's because its mechanics are inconsistent to me. I mean, the more you bite the creature, the more you're supposed to have chances to bleed your target, and so to regenerate health. If Walcott really started to give a shit about ARK, the Ceratosaurus would probably be about the Xephectinus. In third place, I put the Xephectinus. People might be surprised of why I'm ranking it so high. Despite its charismatic face, the Xephectinus is better than most marine tames in ARK. It's really fast underwater, which can be very useful in tricky fights. It also has a unique bleed ability and a grabbing bite, which is very nice. But most importantly, it has the number. Trust me, when you have a pack of 5 Xephectinus, you basically become a war machine. Even Mosasaurus doesn't stand a chance against you. Plus, I appreciate it for being, like the Deinotherium, not one fish you don't want to encounter. You know, it's the end when you see Dracula's thieves rushing and dragging you to the unknown. Still, the Xephectinus is insane in packs, but it's weak on its own. You can do a lot of damage, but if you get outnumbered easily, you're dead. And sadly, the Xephectinus can't rival everybody, unlike the Acrocanthosaurus. If you already played it, you'll understand why I put Acro this high. Everything in the Acrocanthosaurus is perfect, starting by its roar, with which I fell in love with. Its main advantage is its raw endurance. Basically, the longer you fight, the stronger the Sphinx becomes. The best moment is when the Acro becomes enraged. It becomes faster and much stronger. It's maybe too simple with its bite and stomps, yet I believe it doesn't need much. What I really like is the way you tame it. Sure, it's horrible when the local wildlife wants your death, but honestly, I have nothing of really negative or bad to say about the Acrocanthosaurus. But let's be honest, it's not the kind of tame I would use for boss runs. Once you get a Korka or Giga, the Acro becomes useless. It doesn't reach its full usefulness, and I think there's a stronger and more useful creature, the Deinosuchus. In first place, I put the Deinosuchus. Ladies, if you want to make a man happy, just offer him a 12-meter long crocodile. I strongly recommend it. I can guarantee you that once you tame it, you're unstoppable. It can kill everything, and I'm not even joking. It can demolish on its own a pack of 3 Allosaurus, or even compete against a Giga. Plus, the Deinosuchus have an extremely strong Gigabite that inflicts a colossal bleed effect to its prey. Also, it can swap targets to push them off, and by the way, attack them from any angle. So yeah, it's impossible to take it down from a blind spot. Just to give you an idea of how strong it was, this crocodile was so strong that even the developers nerfed it by disabling its Gigabite against bosses. Do you imagine how strong this reptile was? Its bulky design may not be that detailed to some people, but I believe it matches very well. The only thing I have to point out is its taming process that's very tricky. I already hate passive tames, but I mean, that's just a sacrifice to make to get the best ARK edition creature. Thank you for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. Give me your thoughts on the ARK edition in the comment section. Like and sub.